Hello again to everybody. This will be part 3 from this part 1 and this part 2 of my videos. I saw a video that I highly recommend to you to watch it. It's crucial, so to speak, to understand what I'm trying to tell to the people. Okay, so this man wrote a book called this name here, 1177 BC, the year civilization collapsed. Now he explained further that seemed that this collapse of the civilization was repetitive. So every 500, 1000 years, this collapse reproposed and did kill all the civilization, the non-civilization. And as he sustained in his video, you will see the world were always high developed. Okay. Now, in my videos, I explain how I discover just per case, okay, this Pseudomonas bacteria and the multiple uses of this bacteria in our days. Now, I found also that this bacteria it's a pathogen, and obviously, but it's not always deadly. So let's see that you can get flu or pneumonia or an epidermal infection, or it can manifest in various ways. Okay, so because this bacteria is indestructible, okay, seem that people can heal but can move to other organs, so to speak. It's a subdolent pathogen. Okay, now I read to you, I believe in part 2, I'm not sure, that this bacteria is used in seeding the clouds to get rain or snow. So this will be manifested in our skies with iridescent clouds. Now, people all over the world in YouTube are showing this kind of strange appearances in the sky, and many of them talk about Nibiru and rainbows and planets and so on. Now I evaluate again the chemtrail problem, and in my mind, little by little, so to speak, get clear that nobody is doing poisoning on purpose the sky. So if you wanna to accept the idea that chemtrails does not exist, can be true. Why? Because this bacteria, as I sent to you, and I will send you again to see my part 1 and part 2 videos, is used as a remedy in hydrocarbons, so in fuels, oils, machine oils, and so on. So if this bacteria is present in the fuel that planes are using, okay, because it's it can attach herself to various atoms like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, carbon dioxide, and phosphor, and all kind of stuff. When these bacteria do this, will release specific colors, okay? And when the trail of the plane will be released, these bacteria, on my point of view, interact in the air because it's aerobic or anaerobic, okay, and will interact with the air himself, because air is made by various gases. So the trail will not disappear, but will remain longer and will disperse, so to speak, will walk around, will travel like that, okay? So from my point of view, it's not done on purpose, but as we are using this civilization in which we live now is using this bacteria to produce plastics, various emulsions, creams, oils, yeast, many yeasts. So it is present in our foods. It is present in the fertilized products for the production of potatoes, carrots, and other stuff. So effectively, we are submerged deeply in the use in this bacteria. The problem is that this bacteria, in various cases, it is a pathogen and can produce, even in latent way, because of his various way of manifestation, okay, can produce, diabetes, kidney problems, gut problems, flu symptoms, and generally people surpass this and get healed. But more and more and more of the presence of this thing, it can be seen in our skies, in this manifestation. Now, because this reaction can be similar to a growth hormone, that's why it is used as yeast, in flowers, in okay. So too much of this thing could lead to infertility, dwarfism. You, instead of growth higher and bigger, will block, your system will block the growth, and it can attack the bones and so many things. So too much of it's not that it's dangerous per se, but it's dangerous when this how do you call it, quantities, okay, will grow too much, okay. So instead of the fertility, will give infertility. Now, many plants of our environmental flora managed to live with this pathogen, and so we got the dicotyledonate plants, and there are flowers, okay, flowers, and many other plants can transform, so to speak, and get rid, heal themselves. Why this is dangerous? As I explain in my videos, and when you will see the video, you will see that this bacteria interact on the RNA, DNA, RNA. So it's very important to understand why the civilization interact. Now, from my point of view, Bible and all the other religious books are scientific books with very important information that over years and hundreds of thousands of years were re-scripted, and so we got with legends, not with the important information. Now, this man explained how Egypt and other highly advanced places on Earth, and at some times were burned. They had plenty of food, plenty of they stood very well, and yet the destruction came entirely. So the cities were burnt with the foods inside, with animals, with everything. Okay, so this it's not a good explanation for the famine in the world, because if in the world would be famine, okay, Egypt would not be burned. Okay, so now in the Bible we have the story of the Exodus, and how after they get out from Egypt and Egypt was destroyed sorry they were nurtured with manna, okay, with manna from heaven. Now later in the book you will find that in the Ark of the Covenant, what was stored in the Ark? In the Ark was stored the law was stored the law, the tablets of the law, and the rod of Moses, and a bit of manna. So what was the point of manna? Now we know that this pathogen, so to speak, bacteria, it's act like an yeast. So yeast is very good growth for fungi. Okay, so when every thing of our food will be, so to speak, infected, will develop very fast fungi, or how do you call it, that green stuff. Okay, so now why manna? Only manna was given for 40 years to those people. I believe that manna, okay, falling from the sky, was the heal process, because contained something that is opposed, to this hyperinfection, if you want to call it, of the world. And the fact that manna was going to be destroyed with kind of stinky odor, and in very fast time, from my point of view, now I believe that contain something that will utterly destroy, from making people eat that stuff will be the healing process. So will destroy from the inside the pathogen. Okay, because it will be considered like the pathogen, but instead it's something that indeed destroy it, because this bacteria is indestructible. So now my 14 minutes now. So yeah, I believe that this is a symptom in our skies, and we should indeed find a cure, and because otherwise all the world will be effectively infected. Yes, I know that it's good and for technology, but behind all that seems that it's an enemy, and this enemy